35, shiny Cadillac lights, and people on subways and trains, looking grey in the rain as the stand is surveying with people.
Welcome to our channel, where we aim to show you the many different ways to explore Botswana. We share travel info as well as technical data on the different setups that come through the camp.
Today we're here at SLB camp with Rassie, RoamingRhino Overland, and he's going to talk us around his vehicle and trailer.
Rassie from RoamingRhino Overland. 2018 Toyota Hilux, 2.8 4x4 automatic. We've done a bit of work on it over the past 3 years to get it bush ready here for Botswana. So up the front we've got the ONCA bull bar, made by ONCA in Johannesburg. Engine is standard, exhaust is standard. We've just put a Bilstein suspension in. It's the B8 shocks up front and the B6 shocks at the back. We've got the A-line rims with the BF Goodrich KO2s, the all-terrains. Inside we changed all the dash covers and the tranny covers, seat covers. On the top we've got the EEZI-AWN roof rack with the EEZI-AWN jerry can holder and water storage, 40 liters up there. We've got 55 liters in the back, which is pumped. We'll show you guys that now. We've got the gas bottle and we've got the recovery tracks on the side. We've got just the standard snorkel fitted as well for the dust if you're traveling in convoy. We've got the TENTCO. It's a 2.5 meter, just a side awning. On the back roof rack I've got a 120 watt solar panel that feeds the auxiliary battery inside the back,
Which feeds your fridge.
yeah. So here in the back we've got the outback drawer system, just two long drawers.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa.
Okay, so this is the 40 liter SNOMASTER on a Stoffpot 4x4 drop down fridge slider.
Guys,
With this drawer system, actually this top slides out as well,
Okay.
but then the fridge is still high, so now you use this and just drops it down more to a...
So it doesn't actually rely on this, it's still on the...
It's still on there, yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
rely on this.
That chopping board. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Where did you get that?
We got it from a local guy down in Gaborone, a little flea market. We've got the National Luna auxiliary battery box there in the back. Next to that is our little pizza oven from Wild Dog 4x4. It's a little small little pizza oven. So it opens up and there's your little pizza tray in there.
And you put it on to hot.
You put a little bit of coals beneath, a little bit of coals on top, and there you go. In the side pods we've got our recovery gear and some more parts, jacks, more tools. Then the spade underneath the slider here is just a little breakfast pan.
Yeah.
In the corner there's a 160 liter per minute compressor that we use to inflate our wheels, and we use the Indiflate system, so we can inflate 2 wheels at a time.
Just for the heavy sand and stuff like that, you'll deflate your tires.
Deflate. Always when we go off-road, we always deflate, and when we go back on the tar, we inflate. The tracks didn't help me, eh? I needed to pick up the whole vehicle, then put the tracks underneath, because it was mud. It was, and it was laying on the chassis, so all 4 wheels are spinning. So the tracks we tried to put in, it just sucks it into the mud. It didn't help. Till I took out this. Luckily I had it with me.
So you just slide it in under your...
Yeah, so you just slide it in, and then you hook it up to the exhaust or to the compressor, and you just pumps it up and it picks this vehicle right out of the mud. Then you put the tracks underneath the wheels, drop it down, and you drive out, and there you go.
Okay, and now then your battery packs, and this is...
Yeah, so yeah, this is the whole... This whole rear system works off this. This is called a breaker switch. It's like a fuse, but it's just a breaker. So when it pops, you don't need to replace. They usually use these 50 amp fuses. Okay. But I replaced it with a breaker, because if something goes wrong, I can just check where the fault is, fix it, and I don't have to replace a fuse. I can just put the breaker back on. It's like a home breaker system.
Yeah.
And I've got all the electrical systems that's fused. My solar running off Victron energy. solar controller, my fuses, my lights for inside the canopy, and then I've got the water pump system, which is just a little hose where you switch on the pump and you've got your water system running there.
Okay.
For the inverter system for the smaller stuff like radios or whatever you want to charge. If it doesn't charge via USB and you need to plug it into AC, it's just 300 watts.
300 watts.
Yeah. You don't need more than that. So that's the whole electrical part of the backside of the vehicle. Nice. On here we've got just our fire extinguisher and our little hose from our compressor. So we don't have to go work it inside, you can just plug it in here on the side. We've got the shower cubicle or the toilet cubicle. It's just a cubicle that opens up,
Drops down to the floor, and then
you've got a bit of privacy.
okay. That slide system, the drawer system on the side there.
So this is just for ammo boxes. So the ammo box with a high lid.
Yeah.
You get the high lid for the ammo box. So we use this when we do without the trailer. We've got 2 ammo boxes, they slide out. So this is where our clothes go in.
I see your wheel cap, these pressure sensors.
Yeah.
So you got a
So this is a complete sensor unit by Engage 4x4 CAWE Technologies. I've got the tire pressure system. I've got all 3 of the batteries got battery sensors.
okay.
I've got for the air suspension in the rear, I've got a pressure sensor on there. Every fridge has got a temperature gauge in it. Now this is basically what the app looks like. So I've got all the Engage 4x4. So I've got all the trailer and the buckies wheels.
Comes up on
tire
your phone.
pressures. Yeah.
Wow.
Battery voltages. Just so you can keep an eye. You can keep this on the dash and you can keep an eye on everything while you travel.
And I see you're monitoring the
trailer as well. Yeah. Because that's, you can't see that from the front of the vehicle. You can't see the trailer wheel. So that's more, and you can't feel it that quickly like you can feel a vehicle wheel going flat.
Yeah. Yeah.
The trailer is the most important to keep an eye on.
Does the phone app have a warning system? If one of the pressures drop, does it go beep beep?
So it's fully editable. So you can set it from say 0.5 to 3 bar 4. Okay. Below, if it goes below 0.5, throws an alarm. About 3 bar throws an alarm.
Okay. Yeah.
Even on the heat, it measures the heat in the tire, so you can put an alarm on that. So if your vehicles are overheating, because a lot of guys deflate for the gravel, but they don't re-inflate going on the tar, and your tire starts overheating, and that's why you get sidewall damage. Because the sidewall is flexing too much, and the heat build up. When you hit something, it goes. I think it just makes it better when you're traveling with little kids. You want to make sure you don't want to get stuck in the middle of nowhere.
And then GPS isn't.
The GARMIN with the Tracks for Africa, that's on top there.
Okay.
And then for remote areas, we've got the Saved by Spot.
Okay.
So this is a GPS messenger device. So I've got a few contacts on my contact list, and I can send messages from anywhere without cell signal. You pay you pay for the device, and then you can do a year subscription or a monthly subscription. It's about 200 rand, 200 and something rand. You've got your check-in button. That's just a normal button that sends a message that says we're fine, we're at camp, we're setting up camp, there's no cell signal. You've got the tracking where you can track yourself and go back into the map system. You've got a custom message. Then you've got the help. Underneath this, you've got the help. So this is a special context you set up. So if you get stuck, if you get broken down, it's not life-threatening, but you're stuck. You can't move. You're stuck there. So you need a hand to. And then you've got the SOS. So this works through global search and rescue worldwide. So you press that button, they get the message, and they contact the local authorities to come and fetch you. So you only press that in a life-threatening situation, when somebody's busy dying or whatever. And so the device is about 2,400 rand, and then the subscription is about 200 and something rand for a month on the flex, and then I'll pay another say 300 rand a year that's like a membership fee for the global search and rescue, that I don't have to pay for the evacuation when I use this. So you're not going to be liable for the expenses when they come and fetch you, because the rescue,
That's a big expense.
yeah, it's a big expense.
Helicopters and
Yeah.
things. Can we move on to the trailer?
It's a 2012 Conqueror Courage. Very basic. Very if you're a type of guy that likes to organize your own type of stuff. When it came, it didn't have much. This has all been fitted afterwards.
Okay. By you,
So,
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we fitted this. You can sort it out like you want it. This comes standard with it.
Okay.
Awesome little trailer, light,
Yeah.
massive bed on top. 2.1 by 2.1 meters.
And then off the top, you've got like a big sort of bedroom awning almost
Yes.
that comes out to another, what, 2 meters from there?
Yeah. So when it's folded open, these are all inside the thing.
Very nice. Bright grill, Conqueror,
Yes, Bry grill on the back.
spare wheel,
Got your 4 ammo boxes here.
ammo box
Just normal
systems.
for storage, cooking stuff, all of that. Everything organized.
And keeps the animals out, eh?
Yeah.
You-
So this is the little kitchen we built in here. Just your normal spices and coffee and sugar and all of that, plates and cups and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Then we've got the 72 liter dual SNOMASTER in here. So if you want to do Lux, you can have ice cream and what in the bush.
Does it freeze?
Yeah, that's on freeze.
And runs off battery, yeah?
Off a battery, off a 105 amp deep cycle battery in the front. This one's got a wider axle than your normal Fender trailers and that. So this runs precisely in my vehicle's track.
Perfect.
So if I deflate this to 1.5, 1.2 bar, it just follows us. Also no shocks on the trailer. It's got a rub axle, so it's a rubber torsion.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about shocks overheating, all of that stuff. It's just easy to go.
Like bump stop sort of.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
inside the axle, it's got like a torsion bar, but it's made out of rubber. So they put the axle inside a rubber sleeve, and then the whole axle around that. So the rubber acts as the shock absorbers.
Okay. And then the tire will also act as a bit of a shock as well.
Yes, definitely. And then with the trailer, when we parked for a long period of time, we've got this is the SNOMASTER, the 200 watt foldable solar panels. So we just fold this out, throw it in the sun, hook it up to the battery, and that charges the trailer battery. What we do, and maybe a pro tip for other travelers, is your freezer you usually run at -18. When you start in the morning, when you start to drive and you plug into the vehicle, so it's charging.
It's charging, yeah.
Run your freezer at -18 and run your fridge at 0. Then when you park, you set your freezer to -5 and you set your fridge to 5 degrees.
Okay.
So that way the compressor immediately stops working, and you've got that from -18 to -5. You've got that time that the compressor won't drain any of your battery.
Okay. Nice tip. Yeah.
While you're standing, while you park. So it will only kick in again at -5.
Okay.
So by that time the vehicle is full, you can throw it to solar panels. The solar panel keeps the battery topped up, and if you've got a nice solar panel like 200 watt, that usually gives me around 8 amps of power on full sun. The fridge runs about at 5 amps maximum, and so you can keep the fridge running and still put 3 amps of power back into the battery, so you'll keep your battery at full capacity. So this is a water inlet. It's got 90 liters seated at the bottom of the trailer.
Nice and
So
low.
yeah, the center of gravity is very low, and so 90 liters is still also a lot of water.
Great. Then that tap will
Yeah, I just take off
water
the
off there,
yeah.
Okay, so there's a little tap.
Yeah, there's a little tip there. All gravity fed. I'm still gonna put in a pump here as well.
How much extra fuel do you carry?
80 liters on the vehicle, long range 65 liters, and another 40 liters on top. So
And then,
this to another 40 liters on the trailer.
no, thank you very much.
Thanks
yeah.
to you. Thanks to the
Travel
guys.
safe and
You guys here at EEZI-AWN camp. Awesome space. Really awesome space.
thank you.
You guys can come check it out. Please come check it out. Come support the guys here. Come take a row down the river on the canoes. So yeah, really, we'll definitely come around again.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
thanks to Rassie from RoamingRhino Overland for giving us a walk around, talk around his awesome vehicle. And
But if you close the door, I never have to see the day again. I never have to see the day again. Once more, I never have to see the day again.